Right, welcome back to Down the Shed with me, Jason. In this episode, we're going to look at the einos box kit burglar alarm, as we discussed in the last video, experiment 28, the alarm in the Allen code 50-1. I've had a quick peek in the box. The kit is very similar to this, apart from it uses a choke instead of a transformer. Other than that, it's pretty much the same parts. I haven't checked what the values are. So, kit in a box, there's the box. So, let's get everything out of the box. So we have resistor position sockets 14, 15, resistor position sockets 4 and 5. Doesn't give me any of the values. I'm going to say it's 160k ohm, and that one looks like 510 ohms. So I'm using calculator.net resistor calculator. A bunch of wires, pin connectors. Now I will say that this board must have many different uses. You'll see a much better video for this kit on Julian Eilers' channel, so please feel free to go and look. I will try and find it and put a link in, but you will find that a lot of these metal connectors which are placed in here aren't utilised, and the piezo speaker is already installed. There's our bit of string, tripwire, and here's the other part of the case with the battery box built in, electronic box kit. So I would definitely suggest that there's more than one use for this kit. So I would assume that goes in. No, that can't go in. Okay, this goes in the top like so when we're done. So put those to one side. In this packet we have 2N3904128 transistor, the choke, and a 473 numbered ceramic capacitor. So I'm going to guess that's 473 ohms. The capacitor in this kit is, not ohms, sorry, microfarads. See if there's any numbers on it. The capacitor in the Allen code kit is a 472. The capacitor in this kit is a 473. We've got a 510 ohm and what was the other one? 160k. In this kit we've got a 1 million ohm and I can't remember what the other one was that we had connected. I think it was 33k. So the resistor values are different, but then this is using a choke and this one's using a transformer. Einos guide. Everything in the universe is made up of tiny particles called atoms. For example, your copper wire is mostly made up of copper atoms. Atoms are made up of even smaller particles called electrons, protons and neutrons. Electrons have a negative charge, protons have a positive charge, whereas neutrons have a neutral charge. When electrons flow, electricity is created. This means that electricity is a flow or stream of electrons. Therefore, electricity depends on the flow of the negative particles. Your electronic box kit contains parts that allow electricity to flow. Some allow electricity to flow fast, some slow, and some may even temporarily stop electric flowing. So let's explain what some of the parts do. So I'll show you that quick. Free electrons, minus signs, move between protons, plus signs. A conductor is a material that allows electricity to flow quite quickly. An example of a good conductor is the copper wire in your box kit and the link conductors. So these are our link conductors. Capacitor is a device that stores electricity, i.e. builds up electricity and releases it only when there is enough stored up. So again, we've got the 473, the little one just there, you can see the brown thing, and the one in the kit over here was a 472. Resistor is a device that reduces the flow of electricity. You can also call them bad conductors. Electricity cannot move fast through resistors because there is a high resistance that makes it hard for electricity to flow. Choke coil, which is the big grey thing in that packet. This device changes the voltage of electricity flowing through it. Piezo transducer, which is the speaker. Big round metal disc, makes a noise when electricity goes through it. Transistor is a switching device. Think of it as a stopcock in the plumbing. When it is open, water will flow. If it's closed, there will be no flow. So electricity is a lot like using water for analogy. A resistor is like a smaller pipe from a larger pipe. It slows down the flow. Right, let's start the build. Now that you know what your electrical parts do, you can start building electrical circuits. To begin, you must place link conductors in the following sockets on the circuit board: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then join the circuit board to the battery base. You are now ready to make your burglar alarm. So let's do what we've been told. I don't know which way these go in. It doesn't really give you a lot of idea. It's a problem with a lot of these things. There's no detailed explanation of much. It just says do this, do that, and expects you to figure it out. So I'm guessing these go in from the back, and crikey Moses. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3. 1. These are numbered really badly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm guessing that you just shove them in like that. One, 3, 2. Don't know why 2 had to be up there. 4 and 5 are above them. Well, I'm hoping this is right. I mean, it makes sense. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 14 to 20. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So basically the rest of the ones on this side. So we'll just shove these in. Some of these are going in way too easily. Which makes me think they're going to push straight out from the other side easily. Oh, missed that one. Right, so that's all the metal link connectors into the holes. And as you'll see, we've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces that aren't used. So that does suggest that this is used for more than one project. So it says now we can put the circuit board into the battery base. That speaker's loose as buggery. Like so. Waha! So there's a little hole there for the wire to go in, but where it goes from there, nobody knows. Yeah, we do. There's a hole. Oh. There's a hole, if you can see it, just around where my finger is in the plastic. The wires actually poke through those. Otherwise there was nowhere for the power cables to come. So it's got negative and positive embossed in the plastic, but you can't get it wrong. Right, so what we've got so far is we've put our links in. we've got our speaker wires, we've got our power cables. So we now want to insert all the copper wires into sockets as shown in the diagram. So I'll give you a quick peek of that. So we've got our black wire going into 1, 2 to 4 is a little yellow one. So 2 is this one. I'm going to put it in the bottom one. As I said, these aren't going to play ball nicely. Okie dokie, we've hit our first snag already. These crappy metal connectors don't want to play ball. There we go. So 2 to 4. See if we can get that one in. There we go. So that's now in. Seriously, this kit is crap. 3 to 10. Where's 10? 3 to 10 is a long blue one. And we don't seem to have a long blue one. 10 is the speaker wire, that's why. Because it says 10 up here. So 10 wants to go in number 3, which is down here next to number 1. Three to 19. So another yellow one. So we'll take that blue one out and move it across a couple. We'll use that spot that we just used for this one. So 3 to 19, which is basically its neighbour. Like so. 5 to 15. That'll be another yellow one. They've got these wires neatly bent in like rectangle sort of shapes. Hell no. 5 to 15. So 15's over here. 5's down here. Like so. 11 to 14. I'm double checking with this diagram they've given us. Okay, so 11 to 14 is the other speaker wire. (14 to 19). So that'll be the one with the speaker wire. Obviously it needs a connection from somewhere. That goes down here, which we've already had a... Yeah, we already had a 19. Oh, pulled it out. Let's put this one in first. And go back up here. God, these are... My spring kit is way better than this idea. I mean, I like the idea, but it's shoddy. 15 to 18. So 18 is this one here. 15 up here. There we go. 16 to 2. We can use the yellow one for that. What was that last one? 16 to 2. Okay, well I've got it in anyway. Not happy with some of these. 16 to 2, let's get the positive back in. Ah, it's 15, we haven't done the positive yet. 17 to 20. Well, according to this, 14 to 19 should have been the green one. Which I did with a yellow one. Doesn't matter. 17 to 20. Is here. Some of these are looser than, we won't say it. A whore's knickers. We said it. $17 to $20. And then 15 is the positive. There's quite a lot going into 15. So this basically works in the same way as the last one by causing a short circuit. So that is the wiring done. Insert the electrical parts to connect the circuit as shown in the diagram. Right, I forgot, this ain't it, is it? We've got to put all these parts in now. There's electronics. Right, the curved part of the transistor, sockets 1, 2 and 3. Position the transistor's curved surface inwards. No, position transistor's curved surface. Okay, so the left leg is 1, middle leg is 2, and the right leg is 3. And I hate transistors because they're a pain in the arse to sort the legs out. So, with the curve size going up, I want to move number 1 across into that slot. So I can, and again we want to move this one up, so I can now try and stretch these legs now. I understand why everything, oh, it's come out. I understand why everything's been numbered the way it has in the sequence. This ain't playing easy. So I've bent the legs on the transistor like that now. I'm hoping that's connected. Get that one back in. Oh, for the love of something lovable. Right, transistors in. Resistor 4 to 5, 14, 15. So, as I said, the two resistors are packaged separately. Nope. So that one's 4 and 5. Which is up here. Like yay. And then this one is 14 and 15, which is over here. Cool. 15's quite well used. Like yay. Capacitor goes in 16 and 17. Which which is these two here. Don't like that. Okay, that's the capacitor in. Choke coil 18, 19, 20. Put the short pin in socket 20. So as you can see, two long legs, one short leg. Short leg goes in 20. So 18 is the one here, 19 is the one to the left, and 20 is the one to the right. So the short leg goes in socket 20. Again, we're going to have to move one of these wires. Oh bugger. So 18. And 15. So I want to go back in up here. So we want 18, 19 and 20, 20 being the short leg. Like yo. I don't think we've got any parts left. Hook one end of some cotton thread to the trigger on the circuit. Carefully tie the other end of the thread to a window or door. What's the trigger? The trigger is basically caused a short circuit somewhere. Now the trigger is supposed to be the green wire. So the wire between 19 and 14, which is this yellow one, will be the trigger. Right, Dave. Right, Trig. Bit of overkill on the string, but well, I only want one end. We're only going to tie a little bit on for demonstration purposes, and then it's going in the bin. Literally, I'll take these components out, I'll put them in a box of random miscellaneous parts. Right, let's sling a couple of batteries in. Now you can check that the circuit is working by quickly moving the trigger to activate the burglar alarm. And that is literally it, my friends. So let's get these two AA's in. Might keep the battery box side of things. And in 3, 2, 1. Nothing happens. Let it make a little noise then. There we go. Listen very carefully. So let's go. Right, the alarm sound that you can hear in the video is way louder than it is in real life. This kit is shit. End of. Oh, here. I don't know how moving that changed its tone. But if we put the trigger back in, 14 to 19. We basically re-short it. Like yeah, and then hopefully, yeah. Oh, just get in. Oh, this piece of crap. Right, so I'm going to bring this up to the camera's mic, and when I remove the trigger, that was the ein'os burglar alarm box kit. Probably one of the most disappointing kits I've ever built, and this one actually works. So the burglar alarm on this L&Co 15-1, if you watched Project 28 that I hosted earlier, much better. In fact, let's have a quick look at that while we're here. Don't want that. So, going back to this. When we removed the trigger, which was 26 to 53, the long wire, but we changed the variable. We changed the 3.3k for the variable, or the 33k. So we changed one of the resistors, yeah, the 3.3k for the variable, so we can change the volume, but it also changes the tone. But again, like the kit we just saw, this is always active, and you're basically blocking the base of the transistor, so when you pull the trigger, it stops the short circuit from happening. So whatever you do with either of these kits, you are always, excuse me, you're always, the circuit is always under power. So basically, if it's battery operated, it's going to drain batteries. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was the einos box kit, which was total crap. I am going to have a look quickly online to see what else they do. It could be interesting. But as far as that kit was concerned, I've been Jason. You've made it to the end of the video. Thanks for watching.